Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rangers Respite. I'm Philip, and today is Monday, and that means that I am on sample 4 of the first series of my blind sample swap uh, thing that I'm starting with Series 1 with Randall of Off Topic Whiskey. I am on the fourth sample out of this box, which means that soon I'm going to be coordinating with him to record the final episode of this part of the series, and then I'll be giving this box back to him, but with blind samples that I have bottled for him. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait. I actually need to get off my butt and do that before we get into this. Just really quick, if you like this series, or if you like my channel and like my videos and like what I do, and you would like to support me beyond the usual liking, commenting, and subscribing, all of which do a whole lot to actually support my channel, I swear. Um, if you'd like to support me in a more concrete fashion, I have an Etsy shop where I sell ballpoint twist pens and rollerball pens. These two are turned from Quercus robert, French oak. They came from a cask off of a barrel that held cognac for 45 years before being used to finish a peated American single malt whiskey in the Pacific Northwest. If you know, you know. Now, I also have a TeePublic store, but right now, uh, I don't have the new designs up yet. Before Friday, you will see some designs that are going to help fund the purchase of the trophy for the 2026 Virginia Whiskey Tournament. I'll give you more details about that at the end of either Wednesday's video or Friday's video. We'll see. Now, let's talk about sample number 4. Now, if you've been here before, you know that I have basically cribbed this whole format from Germ, so I use his sheets. I'm going to guess gen category, generic proof, generic casking, and then specifics for those categories. And then I'm going to guess the distillery and the bottle, and we'll see how that goes. But first, let's get some notes. Ooh, I think this is a bourbon. It's fairly young. Maybe not a bourbon. Still fairly young. It's got an almost starchiness on the nose, which is suddenly making me think, this might be a single malt, but I won't overthink it. Some caramel, some herbaceousness. Huh. A little bit of butterscotch. Interesting. On the palate, there are notes of green apple and a little bit of cinnamon, which is probably barrel bitter. No smoke. If there is, there's not much. You know what? I think I have a guess for this, actually. The finish is malty. Apple skins, a little bit of like brandy sweetness, a little bit of like a malty character that seems familiar to me, but I'm pretty sure I've not had this specific bottling. For generic category, I'm going to go ahead and put down, let me get my note card right way up. Generic category, single malt. For generic proof, I think that this is about 90 proof, 92 proof. I'm going to put 90 proof here. which is 45% alcohol by volume. For generic casking, I'm going with for generic casking, I'm going to go with just used. We'll see how that goes. Because I have a guess, but I'm not sure what the casking is on my guess, if that makes sense. For specific category, I'm going to go with American single malt whiskey. I promise my guess will make sense in a moment. And I don't mean to feel like I'm rushing this, because I'm not. I just lightning rod moment, because I've been thinking about buying a bottle of this based on recommendation from others. Doug specifically, as well as Mark Fiertaler. Not recently, but Mark Fiertaler, last time we talked to him on the Single Malt Frontier, said that we should get our hands on some of this. So, right. And for a specific ABV, I'm going to put 46%. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to read my handwriting later, because, oof. And for specific casking, I am going to go out on a limb and say X single malt barrel. And Calvados. Sorry, my brain blanked on what I was thinking. Ooh, Randall, please don't check my spelling on anything. My distillery guess is, I'm sure you figured it out already, Del Bach. And the bottle guess is Normandy. Whoops. Normandy starts with an N, not an M. And I think it ends with IE in this case. So, let me hit that again. And of course, now that I've made up my mind that I think I know what it is, I'm going to get all notes that confirm it. Malty, green apple, a little bit of sweetness. There's a little bit of a note like if you've ever like been in a wood shop that's been out of use for a while, not like fallen into disrepair, but like you go in there after like a couple months of nothing being done in there, and it's got the smell of like the sawdust that's kind of gone to not rot, but like breaking. It's starting to break down. So it's got some of that in there. Mm. I don't remember what the other things that I've guessed are, but if I've already guessed a Del Bach bottle, this is going to be funny. Yeah, I think that kind of fits what I'm thinking. So I'm going to just go over my guess again real quick, just to general category: single malt whiskey, generic proof, 45% alcohol by volume, generic casking used, specific category: American single malt whiskey, specific ABV, 46% alcohol by volume. Excuse me. Specific casking: X single malt and Calvados. Distillery: Whiskey Del Bach, and bottle: Normandy. And we'll see next week how far off I am on all of these. Some of them I have a little bit of confidence on, but honestly, this game is way harder than I think I realized going into it. I mean, at the beginning of this year's Blind Sample Showdown, I went into it thinking that I was going to lose in the first round. I really thought that Patty, Chai Taste Spirits girl. Again, my brain is just not on right now, and I don't want to mess up what she goes by. She's spirits person out of Chicago, reviewer, I believe. I expected to lose to her. I won by a single point, and it was a really challenging round. We scored real low, and it went to tiebreaker. Um, Second round, I faced Russell Crace, and it was another really close one. Another win by a single point. None of those have been easy, and this genuinely isn't easy either. Um, but this week is the final, and I'm in the final somehow. I'm going up against Val the Bourbon Val the Bourbon Vixen. It's hard to enunciate V's when you don't have front teeth. Val the Bourbon Vixen. It's going to be a good matchup. I'm still aiming for my goal of 0 total points. So I'll put a link in the description down below. Come on, check out the show. The prize is our choice of the Richard's Liquors barrel picks, colloquially known as dick picks. Anyway, this has been a good one, and this is a pretty good dram. Whiskey Del Bach makes good stuff. I'm going to be really embarrassed if it's not a single malt, doesn't have any kind of apple brandy cask on it at all. Oops. Watch it turn out to be an Irish whiskey or something. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay happy, stay geeks. Sláinte.